What's up, guys, and welcome. I'm here today with another Joe. It's Joe from it's all Joes once again. It's Joe from Beaver and Chipmunk, and today we're going to be talking about our F1 2014 game ideas. Today is sort of more of a general ideas video, but Joe's just going to sort of tell you a little bit more information about the sort of things we're going to be talking about.
So, thank you, Joe. I'm Joe, and how we're going to work this is we're going to have three main episodes for this mini-series kind of thing. The first episode we're going to talk about general ideas for the new game, F1 2015, on the next-gen consoles. Next we'll talk about career mode, which will be next week, and the week after that we'll do one about online. So how it's going to work is we're going to talk about our general ideas today, and at the end of the episode you can leave your general ideas in the comment section below, and also leave us some ideas for next week's episode, which will be about career mode and what ideas you'd like, basically just ideas to improve the game for career mode. And then what we'll do is we'll pick the best ones, put them on the screen, and we'll both have a bit of a debate about it, and then along with our ideas as well, and then that'll just basically you can add your input into the videos for the series. So
yep, so yeah, we're sort of intrigued about what people would like for the next gen game, because obviously there's been a lot of talk about, especially Codemasters employees saying that, oh yeah, we're not putting this in the game because people don't want it. So yeah, we just sort of want to know what the actual community want rather than just us. Yeah. So we think, so if you sort of leave your suggestions down below, and yeah, like we say, we'll talk about them next week and use the best ones in the next episode. But we're going to crack on with today's episode, which, like we say, is going to be about general ideas. And I guess we're just going to sort of get started on it. The first point from me, I want the AI to be improved. That's one of the main things, because a lot of people do play career mode, and a lot of people just play offline, especially seeing as the online hasn't been great. But I think if they can just get the AI to not back out on moves and just generally be a little bit more aggressive and similar characteristics to the player, then I'd really enjoy the game. Not sure what your thoughts are, but
well, I'm the same actually. I think that it should be more R-Factor style, more racing sim style, because at the end of the day, it's not a racing sim game. It's kind of a more arcadey racing sim, but they should still have aspects of racing sim in there, because if not, it's going to be boring. You're just going to be repassing someone that's just passed you on the next corner, and if it was more aggressive, you'd have more battles and it would seem like a better game. I think F1 2010 was probably, in my opinion anyway, the best for battles and stuff, because
definitely.
The AIs didn't just back out of everything. They didn't just think, oh well, I'm not going to make that corner, I may as well just brake halfway down the straight and let you back through again. It literally competed for that position like it was for their life and for their seat in F1. So I mean, if they did that, then I mean, it'd be better if they had people who are under pressure as well. Say if the driver was under pressure, then they'd be making more optimistic moves as well. Even stuff like that, like in FIFA, they have like the behaviour thing or whatever it is, where if a player's playing well, they'll be playing even really well. If they're playing bad, they're gonna have a bad morale and they'll be playing worse.
Exactly.
So it's a bit like that. So
that's been in those sort of games for quite a lot of years now, and like it's interesting because obviously like R-Factor, like you say, that's got like the aggression. You can set it to a certain percentage of aggression, and say if a driver's under pressure, they're more likely to go for more aggressive moves. So I shouldn't think it'd be too difficult to implement.
Exactly.
Something like that, especially as R-Factor has got that. So yeah, I think that's definitely an interesting one to consider. And I think everybody would love the AI to be a bit better and sort of encourage people to actually play career mode for more than a few races, which most people do.
Yeah, but it just shows, because F1 2014 is no one's playing online, everyone's playing career mode, so they should at least make career mode fun.
Yep.
Because then it appeals to people who maybe don't want to play online and want to play career mode.
Yeah, you look at how many people actually play career mode as opposed to online, and
it's unreal, isn't it?
The people that actually want to play it, if you look at the number of series on YouTube with 1 or 2 episodes of F1 2014 career mode, and nobody's actually ended up coming back to it.
That's why I haven't started it.
Mine included. It's just. I mean, I'd much rather just go back to F1 2010, which is stupid to think that I'd rather go back to a game that's 5 years old. But yeah, I'd say it's mainly due to the AI and also the live the lifestyle. But I guess we'll get onto that one next week with career mode. The next thing I've got written down is about formation and parade laps. Now, this is something that people have wanted for years on Codemasters games, and we've never had it. So I think for me it'd add like the extra atmosphere to the race and sort of make you more hyped for a race. I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but that's definitely what I think.
Yeah, it'd definitely be better for racing stuff because, I mean, you should have the settings to obviously, choose whether you want a parade or a formation and everything. Because on R-Factor you can do that as well, but sometimes you might not have the time or you might not be bothered enough to, do the I forgot the other one now. Parade or
formation.
Formation, yeah. I don't know why I forgot that because I've just been talking about it. But it just kind of hypes you up, especially if you're in a league race and you're in like a proper big league race. People maybe the controls could disconnect and just fall to the back, stuff like that. So it could be quite fun,
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd just be a lot more realistic, along with stuff like trophy cabinets as well and team motorhomes like in F2010. Trophy cabinets would be a good idea because you win a race, you've got your trophy that you can put into a cabinet, and it's kind of like displayed along with medals and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like an incentive, isn't it?
Exactly.
To go on
you want to try and win to get this next trophy, or they're all different designs. I mean, some of them will probably be copyrighted to the certain tracks, so you probably won't be able to copy the exact design, but I mean, if you got a trophy, I'd feel better about getting a trophy than coming home in first and just being told you've won a race.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Well done, you've won a race.
Yeah, and then you just go back to your wind tunnel or whatever in the menu. It's a bit boring, I think, at the moment.
I think the what do you call them, engineers should be like in F1 2010,
yes,
where these people like, well done, you actually won a race, you're terrible. And it's like, thanks for that.
Yeah, I know in my Australia race, my engineer at the end of the race went absolutely crazy. And it's just like, it's so good to like hear him like actually show a bit of emotion.
Yeah, because nowadays they're like, well done, you won a race.
Yeah, I think the whole series itself has got a little bit boring and monotonous.
Yeah,
in a way.
I think the best bit is that whenever in like F1 2010, if you crash the car, they're like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Are you fine? Are you breathing? Are you breathing?" And nowadays they're like, "Oh, you crashed. Well,
Tough
hop out
luck.
the car if you've still got your legs working." So I don't know. It just got a bit dull nowadays.
Considering it's like meant to be a simcade sort of arcadey sort of game.
Yeah, on next gen as well.
Yeah, at least make it. If they're not going to add things that people say are too much like a full simulation game, then go down the arcade route and make it a bit more fun.
Or just sell the whole franchise to someone who's going to make it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because people want to come on it to have a bit of fun, especially as it isn't like a full arcade game like R-Factor or Assetto Corsa or something. So I think that'd be pretty cool. The last thing that I've got written down that's sort of a major thing is a new HUD for them to add. Maybe a more official looking one, a little bit like the... I'm not sure how you could describe it, but like the official Formula 1 graphics have got like the triangles on the end, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
more slick, just sharper.
Yeah, more slick rather
than
what they've got at the moment. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, just a lot sharper than now, because it's just the same thing as last year, and it's just like, when I watched the gameplay, I actually thought it was the same game. I thought it was F1 2010. I was like, it's a bit awkward. But they just need something a bit more slick and something more dynamic than what they've got at the moment, because it's just the same thing every year.
Yeah, something that's just a little bit more informative as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that'd be pretty cool. But I think that's about it. I don't know whether you've got anything more.
I've just got a couple more. One of them is just simple things like percentage of fuel as a reading, certain reading, just because, now it says like max fuel, it says you've got 0 laps or whatever, 1 lap or optimal and all that sort of stuff. To have the percentage of fuel and all these averages, like how much you've used a lap and all this stuff, would be pretty interesting if you've got that. I mean, you probably get mods for that, I'm not sure, but...
then, go on.
I was just say about the cameras as well. That's just a small idea anyway. Cameras, just like, that would be quite good to have thermal imaging cameras on, like, if you're watching someone's lap, you can go on thermal imaging and the moving cameras and everything, so that'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
because I think they probably would have something like thermal imaging, like, in the routes when they're actually making the game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm no video game developer, but I'm guessing that they'll need something like that to get tyre temperatures
exactly,
right. So, something small like that. And maybe, as regards to the fuel consumption, like a percentage, whether they could have, like let's take an editing program like Sony Vegas. I know this seems way off topic, but, like, you can set it to simple or advanced. So, say you're someone who knows all the technical stuff, you can set it to advanced.
All these readings coming up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And make that sort of like if you play F1 to be sort of an arcade player, you can set it to simple, and just get sort of the simple things that you've like got on a
Crash
current
sprint mode.
Exactly. And then if you set it to more advanced, you get like the advanced settings like thermal imaging and more of a percentage reading, and just like the more simulation things. And I think that would probably help them appeal to a bigger audience as well.
Try hard pad users. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. If you're a pad user, then use advanced.
Yeah.
There you go. That's just how it works. Because apparently that's another thing. If you use a pad, I heard that you get better traction. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I've not really noticed. 'Cause I don't play on pads, so.
Yeah, you. It's almost as if you've got like inbuilt about medium traction control thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to the wheel. So I think, a final thing would be sort of a more balanced handling model, I guess you can say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the handling model was good this year, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could obviously improve on that. And just one more thing that I've got is a driver tear-off. So say if it was raining, I mean, they've got the animations for if they get really angry and they but maybe they can do different signals like, middle finger up, two finger up, all this sort of stuff. Maybe they can do that depending on what driver it is. So say if Maldonado crashes into you, you could
go
start
up and
doing
punch
different.
him.
You can press X to middle finger, show the bird. Press
that'd be
Y
so
to
cool.
climb out the car yourself.
And fight him.
Strangle him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, if we had, say, there's a rain, and it's raining like loads. I mean, even if like simple animation of a driver tearing off, especially if you're in cockpit view, where you can got your visors getting rain on it, and you just strip off.
Or even in a
strip off sounds
T-cam.
weird then,
Even
but
in a T-cam.
you strip off your visor. You don't strip off. You strip off the visor, and then it's just clear again. So that'd be quite interesting.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool actually. And I think is that just about it? Would you say?
I think I've got one more thing I just noticed at the top. Different strategies. So say, I mean, normally, like I've seen videos where there's people like safety cars, and all the drivers or the AI pit when the safety car comes in. I mean, how ridiculous is that? That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You don't have a
If you
safety
sort of
car
had like a safety car window, I think that'd be much better.
But then most AI cars pit on the same lap.
Yeah.
If there was different strategies, say someone went on the primes at the back, someone went on the, because they all seem to start on the same tyre as well. No one really messes around with different tyres and gambles, so that'd be quite good to have different strategies for AI cars.
Yeah, rather than just sort of like the fixed normal strategy, I think if they could have different ones.
Yeah.
And sort of, if the tyres degrade at different rates or whatever, then or say like you're running in turbulent air, then you have to pit earlier or something like that.
Yeah, because you've got more deg and stuff.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Just small things like that, I think would make it
exactly.
pretty
Every
good.
little helps, as Tesco says.
Yeah, exactly.
Tesco.
Well, all they need to do is take a leaf out of Tesco's book, and they'll sell millions of copies.
Exactly. Do what they do on Black Friday as well.
Yeah.
Do that. Everyone's fighting for it.
Yeah.
Do that. They need to sell it on Black Friday and see. I bet it'll just be like the one section in Tesco which has no like sales at all.
Yeah, I think that just about tells us that I think we should end. I think we've gone off on a bit of a tangent, but
Yeah, we're talking about Tesco and how F1 2015
Yeah, well,
left there untouched, and everyone's fighting for things like.
That's the thing. We don't want the game to go down that route, so we're just trying to help. But yeah, that just about concludes it, I think. And well, if you if you guys have got. If you agree with our ideas, then leave them down in the comments. If you disagree, then also leave it. Yeah. And also the career mode ideas, which we'll be talking about next week. Make sure to leave them down in the comments, and I'll hand over to Joe, who's gonna say whatever he wants.
Just basically, if you're watching on my channel, remember to go and check out Joe's channel. It'll be in the description. And yeah, just what Joe said. Remember to leave your comments on your ideas, and so we can get our ideas together from both channels and put them into one video. So that'd be good.
Yep, so like I say, that just about concludes the video. If you're watching on my channel, then make sure to subscribe to Joe, who does some more F1, as you could probably guess, because he's doing this video.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just quit with F1 now.
But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it, then, well, leave a like, obviously. If you didn't like it, then dislike and tell us why we went wrong, maybe because we talked about Tesco.
Don't say that!
Yeah, well,
don't say... We've not done anything wrong.
No, we've never done anything wrong. Please like and... Yeah. Never dislike ever again. Ever.
Please just like...
Yeah, so anyway, I've made a mockery of all that, and that just about concludes
so many
it.
Dislikes now.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get a I don't want to say that now.
Oh no. If people have watched this long, they can't be that bored with us anyway. That's all I can say. Anyway, we'll end it there. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.